Friday nights are hockey nights. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from the Gavelli Center in downtown Youngstown, Ohio. The United States Hockey League is proud to present regular season game number 49 for your Youngstown Phantoms. Tonight, they take on the Muskegon Lumberjacks. Off his stick at the red line and into the zone come the Jacks. Chipped toward the middle by Solove, but taken away by the Phantoms, and ahead comes Nathan Lewis, making his Youngstown debut. Been on the injured list all season long after taking a vicious check from a Lumberjack in the very first preseason game. So great to see Nate out here for the Phantoms. As into the zone comes Serrato, took a bump, fed it back to Lewis, got the shot away, he scores! Get that cat off my chair. Nathan Lewis with the storybook entry into the Phantoms jersey. One shot, one goal. Charlie Serrato with the assist, and a minute and 15 seconds into this one, the Youngstown Phantoms have a 1-0 lead. He'll float over to the far wall and then drop it back for Villa in their own zone. Played ahead off of Kroll at center. Strathman back into his own zone for it. Phantoms captain drops it back for Beminian, his defensive partner here this evening. Out to center for Strathman. Strat to the red line. Fed it ahead to Patilla down the right wall. Patilla, time and space. Across. Shot. Scores! You do not know the power of the dark side. Zach Marin had the wide open 4x6 in front of him, and he did not miss. For Marin, his 8th goal of the season, and Youngstown leads 2-0. Time of the goal, 8:19. Strathman got a touch on it at center, so no icing here. Spitznagel tried to carry it around the cage, but Midian knocked him off the puck. It came to Strathman, fed out to center for Marin. Ahead to Patilla, over to Young. Shot, scores! Boom, shaka-laka-laka boom. Grant Young, goal number 13 on the season, and Youngstown leads 3-0. Time of the goal, 6:07. We've just passed the halfway point of regulation. Youngstown leads 3-0. And off the draw, the Jacks get control. Gridden to the point for Young. Back to Gridden. Snapped across to Whitcomb. Center point, Young. Back to Gridden. Snapped across to Whitcomb. Shot, score. Aiden Wright slow to react to that pass, and Whitcomb blasts the one-timer from the top of the right circle. Maybe one of the easiest power play goals you're going to see, and just 14 seconds into the power play, Muskegon is on the board, but they still trail 3-1. Time of the goal, 10:20. Off the end wall, got it to Serrato. Charlie behind him to DeHaro, and Connor will carry ahead. Connor took a slash, fed it over to Botterill. Puck bounced over the stick of Machu. Nice stick lift there by Lewis as Boisvert was trying to start the break. As Lewis will head to the bench. Puck played away by Roberts. Got it to Botterill. He stuffs it home. Ryan Botterill says, "Thank you very much, Mr. Roberts," and gets goal number 21 on the season. Youngstown has their 3-goal lead back. It is 4-1. Time of the goal, 12:59. A coin, first one to it, sends it over to Barry in the right corner. Went through his legs, but able to regather, sent it to Hendricks to the line, and then played out to center by the Jacks. Into the zone comes Hendricks. Around the cage. Into the circle for a shot. Makes the save, and then it's poked into the net by O'Coin. Wright had no idea it had gotten through him, and was just slowly trickling through the blue paint toward the line. I think it was going to die at about the goal line. But O'Coin hustled in from his defensive position to poke it behind Aiden Wright. Nobody knew where the puck was except O'Coin. From Monroe, he'll gain the red line and send it into the right wing corner of the Muskegon end while the Phantoms start a line change. Muskegon plays it back out to center. Serrato picks it off, brings it into the zone, cuts to the middle. Got in on Roberts, got hooked, and Roberts made a nice save on Serrato. As he almost got one through the 5-hole there is Botterill with the steal to Lewis. Shot! Scores! Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Lewis gets goal number 2. Phantoms get the 3-goal lead back. It is 5-2. Time of the goal, 3:05. As Muskegon resumes the attack. Back in the left corner, Strathman took the bump, and Whitcomb got the steal, fed it back to Boisvert, but on the one-timer he broke his stick, and Wright made the save. Whitcomb trying to hold the zone. Little start-stop move, got around Monroe. Fed it off the side of the cage, missed and came back to him. Now fed in front by Barry, over to Boisvert, then Gridden, and he fires it home. Jacks get another one here in the third period. Via in the right corner. Behind the net to Klee, broken up by Lewis. Nate tried to feed it up to Wilson at the point, picked off by the Jacks. And they'll skate it ahead, brought it into the zone, but Wilson broke it up for a moment, over to Hendricks, shot, scored. Ty Hendricks, his 16th goal of the season. And we have a brand new hockey game. The Jacks just trailed by one. Time of the goal, 13:26. Picked up in his own zone by Connor. 40 seconds left in regulation. Into the zone comes Boisvert. Fed it in front. Machu played it back into the corner. Bounced behind the cage. Boisvert tried to feed it in front. Broken up by Machu, but he couldn't clear. Gritton, left half wall. Back to the point. Connor, one-timer, he scored. Joe Connor ties the game with 30.4 seconds left in regulation. His 24th goal of the season. Off the draw. Phantoms play it to the wall. Serrato just sweeps it around the kick plate. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to overtime. Your score at the end of regulation, Youngstown 5 and Muskegon 5. Be Pearson to take the draw. For Muskegon. Faceoff was won by Youngstown, but they couldn't get control. They forced it out to center, but hustling back for it was Norberg. Trying to wedge off Strathman. Got it to a man at the red line. That was Pearson. 10 seconds left in overtime. Pearson into the zone down the right side. Spun at the right half wall. Fed it into the corner. Trying to bank it in from the corner was Norberg with 1 second left in overtime. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to shootout. Bottom of the first, out comes Grant Young. Young, the right-handed shot out of Boulder, Colorado. Harvard commit. Swings out to the right. Now cuts back to the middle. To the hash mark. Shot. Score! Youngstown leads 1-0 at the end of the first. Boisvert. Left-handed shot out of Trois-Rivières, Quebec. Swings out to the left. Now back to the middle. Shot. Wright makes. Oh no! It squirted through the 5-hole. I thought Wright had it. We are tied at 1. Bottom of the second. Out comes Nathan Lewis. I believe that is Ethan Whitcomb for the Lumberjacks. The St. Catharines, Ontario native. Left-handed shot. Swings out to the right. Hash mark, shot, score. Muskegon takes a 2-1 lead in the shootout, and out comes Sasha Boumedian. Boumedian needs the score to keep the shootout going. Sasha, the left-handed defenseman out of Stockholm, Sweden. Puck bobbled on him. Able to regather. Into the zone. Hash marks, toe drag shot. He missed the cage, and Muskegon gets the win. Final score here tonight, Muskegon 6 and Youngstown 5.